Hello and welcome back to Banished Colonial Charter 1.71 on the Adam and Eve start. This is Kindy. I wanted to look to see what our dock workers are doing. Oh, I don't want to do that. How about we're getting more people and I don't want them like going super crazy, but I do want them to make sure there's enough tools. Okay, there's the dry goods. Are we at the limit of the dry goods? Let's look at the other dock worker. They definitely are filling up these reeds and stuff here. 600 something reeds. Let's get a little bit more just in case. So we got 2 chickens now, or leghorns. That's good. We do have them started on this first cemetery down here, which we need to get done quickly. We need stone. We have a little bit left. We do still have some over here. Okay, let's just make sure they get a little bit. We only have 2 laborers. So let's start this off by looking at some of our houses. Alright, so we got a really old couple there, and another old couple there. Our starting home, right over here. They have a 16-year-old girl in there. That's not really good. Over by our chicken coop, I have an 8-year-old girl. We have another 16-year-old girl. This trend is not very good at all. We have our dock storage that we got done the last time, which is a really good, efficient storage system. They're missing their mate. They have a 13-year-old boy. Definitely need a house here. We have a 4-year-old, which will come out, and a 7-year-old. That's promising. 7-year-old there. And a 9-year-old girl. Okay. You also got the herb mender here. So we definitely need a house. I'm not sure how far I'm wanting to go away from everything. Oh yes, we also have this house down here that was hopefully going to be supplying the fishery. And we have, oh. It looks like actually we're going to need at least 2 houses and then a 3rd developed. So this, if there's going to be a concentration of people in a working zone, it's definitely going to be over here. So let's go ahead and build 1 house over here for right now. Oh no, we have a person that died in childbirth. Those are not good because she may have been able to have another one already. Okay, let's get that guy kind of perched there. And I have not been very good at keeping up on the trees and that. Definitely need to make sure there's a few of these sticking around. I want to avoid doing ghost trees yet. Yeah. Okay, and this is market. Okay, I did put down a market. We need lumber for that. Let's change that to by name. And we do have enough to start with it. It is a very good size. Would cover both sides of the river. I was kind of actually really thinking about having it over here. Let's zoom out all the way just so you can see what it's going to encompass. So, yeah, it gets down to this person's house. These people out there, it's not going to matter. It does just barely hit those people. I think actually across the way might be a touch better. So I can't remember if that's an old building or a new one. I think there's two styles of it, so I think that's the old one. Let's look in here. We got the Old Town one, that's pretty big. I think I was going for something that was kind of small. Yeah, this one definitely kind of fits the color theme of everything. Let's go ahead and put that one down there and then get rid of this one over here. So it probably is going to have a very similar range. It's just not going to cover those over there. Kind of just wanting it to be a little bit more concentration over here opposed to over there. Let me also grab that house. There we go. So that we can keep an eye on that one. We need to have this started. And we kind of do need that cemetery as well, but this I think is more important. Let's put that down one. And get a priority started on that. And then we can kind of figure out where to put another house. I'm definitely going to want to stick some more trees and stuff. I'm going to want them to come back a little bit naturally, but I'm going to want to plant a few just because it looks so sparse in here. Oh, we do have a little bit of a weird bump thing going on over here. Let's just actually terraform that rather than make them do that. Alright, that will let us be able to build a little something around here. Around the market, I was kind of wanting there to be like a little bit of a dock section. Kind of as if people were driving their boats over to the docks to here. Don't really want it to stick out too much around into the river. I want to be able to keep it as clear as possible for the boat to go through. But I think I might try to terraform a little bit of that out. I'll have to see how that gets built up. Okay, so we got a little bit of that removed. And yeah, we lost the other person in childbirth, so that kind of sucks. So we got one less person. We do have a couple children yet. That one just became a student. Let's look at the overview as well. So it says we have 12 families and 14 homes, which doesn't kind of make sense. We have more homes than we do families. Okay, so I think I found out where the problem is. Well, that's another house. This house, this half cape, and this one, they look like they are... They're supposed to be together. Yep, so let's try the whole kick them out and bring them back in. They didn't have anything in their inventory, so I'm hoping just a young couple will move in there. It looks like the children might have moved out and gone somewhere else. Okay, this is strange. Let's get both of them and see if we can get that fixed here. Okay, so we got 2 empty houses. Okay, there we go. A whole bunch of people moved into that one. So there should be someone moving in here. Unless this house is just bugged. I mean, it doesn't really take very long for them to move into a new place. Or so it shouldn't, anyhow. Okay, so our other houses look okay. See, like we have a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old down there that could move out. Oh, I should have figured out where that was. Okay, there's still no one in there. Okay, so we have this one, which is totally fine. And that is fine. And that is fine. Let me see if I can do one of these. Oh, okay. They just all moved into that one. Darn. Okay, so now we have that one empty. I'm not understanding this. Okay, 14 homes. Okay, so there's a family that's split up. Okay, and then they're split up again. Or that was a different house. Yeah. Okay. So that is a full family. And that's a full family. But we don't have full ones over here. Alright, well then let's just pause that one then. Now we got a full family over there, that is good. And an empty one there. Okay, well we'll just let them go with however they're gonna do it. Let's just move on ahead. And we'll figure out whenever someone decides to move in there so we can get people working on the cemetery instead, I guess. Okay, and I don't believe I had stuck any wells in here yet. Not that we extremely need it right now. We are still close to the river at every point. I do have that dock, the market paused rather. And let's also look at our food. I have too many windows open and it just does not want to cooperate when there's too many windows. Our food. We are using less than we're producing. That is a positive. So we do not need to worry about that quite yet. We have started getting eggs. That is also good. Something I did want to have in this town area that I figured would work out pretty well is this. Is it the carver? Yeah, the statue carver. That's it. So there's two different versions. Actually, I think both of them are exactly the same. And it looks like they're probably going to make I think I'm going to stick this right next to it so that people have to go either around here or take a path. I'll just cut them off there. But we can make it a little bit easier for them. Let me... Okay, I need to get rid of that plant, apparently. If I want to have a road being nice and going over here. But the great thing is we can put them back in, so... Okay, so our cemetery is getting close to done. Someone did finally move into that. However, it's still a broken house. But we do have too many houses with children that are old. So I'm just gonna have to make sure that that also gets finished as well. So how about right as soon as the cemetery is finished being built, we'll go on to the dock home. Since it already has the logs, it just needs to be built. Let's look at our wood cutter. Okay, that's not really good. We don't have anyone working here. And that means I gotta take one of the builders off. We do have this working, so this is working on lumber. Let's get it to firewood temporarily. We should have plenty of lumber. I think I was planning on putting a little bit in here. And we can do that for next time if someone decides to come by. We should have plenty. Yeah, 200. Let's see, also we need more coats. Our hunter isn't doing too much. Our tools are pretty good though. They are currently on survival coats. We should be able to switch to some hide for a little while. The cemetery is almost done here. Okay, our cemetery's done. I'll let our builder finish whatever it is that they're doing, and then we'll go to the docks. The tailor did get the leather in, so they're starting to make some hide coats. And we have 4 chickens now. 18 eggs have been produced from that, so we are going to be able to do some chicken breeders fairly soon. And we have our school completely full there. We have apparently a lot of herbs. That is a good thing. And let's see, we don't have any in here. Most of the time they don't sell, but if they're willing to collect that many, I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, so I'm going to see what this builder is going to be doing here. Okay, so they're building the statue carver. Oh, I forgot I had that one unpaused, but that'll work out okay. It just won't be strictly the best way of doing things. We do have a couple more people become laborers, so let's go ahead and unpause that so that they can just get started on it. Okay, we do have a statue carver done, so I do want to get one person in there. I figured if anything, what do you do to pass time? You get to make little wooden objects or something, so that makes sense. Oh no, it's a 20-year-old girl. I guess that works out. That'll be good. wood statues. I figure it could be a good thing to stick in the trader. That would be something like, you know, making your walnut bowls or something, and that would be something you would sell to people passing by. So that would make sense that that would be their trade in this town. Let's get a little bit of roadage here. And at least something, a little something for the kids. I don't think any of these... Oh no, that one would work. It's so old and rustic. It's the one thing that they can play with over here. And of course get some more, a few more plants in. Go. That'll just be a couple things there. Alright, so we have nothing for the builders to do. Yay! Getting our coats done. They're getting used up apparently as soon as they're getting done. But I am going to up the limits just so I don't forget. Got 5 chickens. Let's get the market started. I think I'll want one more thing over here, maybe like a butcher or something. Something that we can stick right there. Hey, speaking of merchant, you got one finally. Alright, so what do they got? They got nothing that we want. And can we purchase anything? At the moment, I don't think there's anything that I want them to bring. And I'm not sure if there's anything that I would really want to buy. Oh, stone, definitely. Let's change it to never, to every visit. Not that Armin the Hauler is going to be coming by, you know, every year, but if he does, that'll be good. We can turn that one back on. We got edibles started. We got a statue carver employed. It's possible we could get that started soon. However, I think since we've gotten a few more kids and stuff, we better think about more food. And it's definitely much closer than it was before. So, over here we got the dock water scavenger, which I think for the looks I'm gonna stick some wooden dock pieces over here. And I wanted to get a little bit of variety. Maybe this would help with getting in the feathers and such. I think I will do this a little bit further away from town. It would make sense. It'd be kind of a little more of a hunting-ish area. And let's get a couple like normal bushes around it. And a couple reeds. Alright. Oh, let's also make sure we watch that so we know how long it's going to take. Alright, so we got enough people to be building, so that's good. We do need more stone. We used a lot up for the cemetery down here. This looks like a nice big pile as well, so we'll dig into a little bit of that. I also wanted to check how much iron ore do we have. We got plenty of iron ore, so we don't have to worry about that as well, which is good. We have one gatherer there. And we have one person on the trees here. Let's also get another forester up here. Okay, so he goes out to about there. I'm going to have a little bit of overlapping. But that's okay. Like, you know, there's not going to be a full complement of all the people there anyhow. Alright, so let's go to the market and see about that getting done. Okay, so we got one person done there. I'm just going to stick one in for now. Something I haven't put in yet is a shepherd. And that should definitely go around here somewhere. Could even stick it in maybe like a new kind of area. We don't have too much, we just have like a hunter, gatherer, we have our chicken pens, a couple houses here. We have a forester, a house, a gatherer, and a herbalist there. And then it's a little bit open here. We do have that little mini cemetery in here, which has actually kind of gotten overgrown. So let me take care of that real quick. I think that's a tree I purposely put in, so I don't want to cut that one down. Let's do that, and let's get a little bit of road around it. It'll just help keep it a little bit more clear. Not that it's going to be functional for anything. Okay, and what's this limit at? That is the tools, which is good. How about we temporarily change you to survival coats? So where to put the shepherd at? We can go somewhere across the way. That's a pretty big hill in there. Oh yes, we also do have another hunting cabin and gatherer over here. So since we have someone over in this direction, this might be a good place to stick it over here. Okay, so we have a few things that are getting built. Let's go ahead and look at the hunting blind here. Okay, so that is now done, which is great. It only takes one person, but I'm doing it more for a little bit of variety in the food. Yeah, we're going to get ducks and feathers from the hunting, but not a lot of it. And if I want to try to keep the survival coats up, that probably would be a good thing to do. And now next we got the forest lodge. We got our, this would be the fourth one, I think. I'm doing it more to cover an area than to... No, this would be the third one. More than to get tons of wood out of it. I mean, we can always have more people working here later on. Okay, great. We got the forester done here now. Let's get that down to one, and then we got our third forester. Let's get a little bit of a road. Then we can bring it over to here. And I do have a dockwood storage, but I think a little bit of a wood pile would be pretty good here. Let's go look at that. That is down here, and there's no one putting wood in it. I don't know. So I'm not sure about that. I don't think I have any other stockpile around here. Let me see if I got anything in between. Okay, that would be pretty good. Let's stick a little stockpile in between there as well. That makes sense as soon as I dump something off to put it into there. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so we finally have over our limit on chickens, and they're starting to gather chickens. We got eggs, some more feathers from that. So that is good. We can start making chicken breeders. We can get this done. Next time, I think probably start another sawmill. The cemetery you don't need to worry about yet. We got our tools going. Let's change that back just so we don't forget for later. And we've already gotten some statues in here that he's made. And we can start selling those for later. Let's get 20 in there. It'll take them a little while. Probably want to get another one at some point, just so we can have some variety in our purchasing power. Our food is doing decent. Don't expect them to have caught anything yet. So I think next time, definitely need to go through these houses and check on them. So we probably need to get some more people out. And we got our schools full again. It was temporarily at 11 kids, but yeah, it's first come, first served here. So thanks for watching. See you next time.